Ultimate Crime Simulator 2013, aka Payday 2. So, I've been playing a lot of Payday 2, and it kind of surprised me. I didn't expect the game to be that fun and that good. It's got a lot of customization and variety in missions, and those elements make it difficult to get bored with the game, which is a good thing. Very good thing. And there are so many ways to complete your robberies and your heists, and the most challenging and most satisfying way, of course, is to do it stealthy. Now, the heist that I'm about to pull off here with my buddies is a classic bank heist where we have to get into the vault and grab all the gold we can find and then just make a run for it, pretty much. I believe we pulled this off on Overkill, and it paid a lot. And you're gonna need all the cash you earn, and you can invest it in skill trees, buy mods for your weapons, you can buy all kinds of stuff with it. But those black market goodies, they don't come cheap. So you will be forced once in a while to pull off a difficult heist in order to bring in a big score. So for the people who didn't get this game, that's what you can expect. A lot of fun and a lot of drilling into safes. Now, there are some things that do bother me in this game. For example, the only way to get masks or weapon mods is through cards that you earn after every successful heist. And the way that this goes is you have 3 cards and you pick one. Now, what I don't like about it is that they often give you duplicates. So if you actually want every single attachment or every single mod, every single mask, all that good stuff, you're gonna have to put in a lot of time into this game. I've already put like 30 plus hours, something like that, and I've only managed to get like 2 scopes for my weapons. And another thing that I'm not really a fan of is that you can't switch weapon mods without having to repurchase them if you want to use them later on. So if you want to take off the silencer off your shoddy or suppressor, you're gonna have to buy one again the next time that you equip it. Now, these are of course minor things. They don't actually influence my overall experience of the game. It's still a very good game, great game, a lot of fun. Go buy it now. Earlier in the gameplay, you saw me busting open some safes with my over 9,000 saw. Why over 9,000? Because that's what the blade says. I'm not actually kidding. That's actually what's written on the blade. And this saw, man, this saw is extremely useful. But also extremely expensive. I think I invested a little bit more than 2 million, something like that, in order to actually buy this saw. But it's super useful. You can cut open doors, deposit boxes, ATM machines, along with the occasional cop I bust open once in a while when I feel like it. And it saves you a lot of time because you don't have to waste that valuable time picklocking deposit boxes or using drills to open some steel doors. I also recommend you to invest in one role only because they're quite costly. I obviously chose the Enforcer so I could get the saw, but all roles or skill trees have their very own useful abilities, which really come in hand, especially if you're playing missions on Overkill. I also want to mention another cool thing about this game. If you fail a heist and restart, the locations of safe, security rooms, all that good stuff, they randomly change every time, making the game that more challenging. And I really appreciate they actually implemented this in the game. Now, in other news, did you all see the Call of Duty footage that's been flooding the YouTube scene lately? It was pretty hard to miss. So, the multiplayer of Call of Duty Ghosts has been announced a while back now, a while back being a couple of days ago. And I was kind of curious how it was going to look like. Now, I already had an idea of what the game was graphically going to look like, but let's be honest, showcasing a scripted single-player sequence doesn't really show anything interesting apart from some next-level fish AI. Yes, I went there. Another fish joke thrown at Infinity Ward. So like I said, there's been all kinds of gameplay showcased from the multiplayer, and my first impression was, really? Like, that's all? Nothing changed? This is still Modern Warfare 1.5? Now, I don't want to shit on the franchise. I know that it's pretty impossible to make a solid brand new engine when you're launching a game every year, but I was just disappointed. It was like in the back of my head somewhere, I thought that they were going to give us something fresh and new this year. But no, the only thing that actually surprised me was the double rendering effect on the sniper scope. Like you have in Red Orchestra 2 and Rising Storm, which is pretty much the same game, but we're not going to talk about that right now. That was actually really hard to implement without giving up a lot of performance, because the game engine has to actually render everything out twice, so it's really hard, and I'm kind of curious how that's going to play out on the next-gen consoles. because when they showcased the multiplayer, they were playing on PCs, but with the Xbox One controller, so it wasn't actually officially the next-gen console. And in terms of gameplay or gameplay mechanics, we did see a couple of new things, like dynamic maps and scripted destruction, with the emphasis on scripted, which are going to contribute in a positive way to the gameplay and the overall experience, I'm sure. But again, it's not actually something new. It's not something that's not been done before. Now, the only thing that they haven't showcased yet is their new Spec Ops mode. But it's not actually their new Spec Ops mode. It's the thing that's going to replace the new Spec Ops mode, because it didn't really do that well in the previous games, so they just dropped it and went for something totally different instead. I'm guessing it will be revealed at Gamescom this year. And by the way, talking of Gamescom, I will actually be there this year. I'll definitely be posting up some footage of that, of me walking around. And I'll be making some videos about the games that I've tested over there. And hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on the most recent build of Battlefield 4. And bring you guys some feedback on that. Unfortunately, we're almost at the end of the video, but before I leave you guys and ask you to make me a YouTube millionaire, let's cut to Mr. Bryan Cranston, aka Heisenberg himself, dropping it like an earthquake.
So after 5 years, what surprises you most about Walt?
Like an earthquake.
Like an earthquake.
So I hope this little clip made your day like it did mine. And if it did, of course, don't forget to like and share. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more Heisenberg dance battles. I'm Dolce, and I'll see you in the next video.